What's going on, Victorious family? How y'all doing today? Hope you're doing very well on your spiritual paths. Hope you're persevering, hope you're conquering. And today, in this vlog, I wanted to talk about taking care of yourself, but taking control of your own destiny. Take control of your own destiny. What does that mean, right? Because in life, we see a whole lot of things where it just seems like our path is already set for us to take, right? There's only a certain amount of things we can do, and everything just seems gloomy and sad, terrible and awful, right? All of these really bad things, and it only seems like we can go in one kind of direction in one step. Well, that's not the truth, you know? It's really not. Because, you know, I'm sure, like, in a lot of different TV shows, right? People are always talking about fate, and I'm fated to do this and fated to do that. And, oh, I can only go this way because I'm in fate's hands. No, not necessarily. But then, interestingly enough, most people truly live their lives in the past, right? Because of all these different bad and awful and terrible things that may happen in their life and lifetime, and we're always living in the past because of these situations, right? Judging new experiences and new things that may be coming your way or could come your way to completely change and alter your life, right? But we're always judging them based upon things of the past, you know? And that's not good. That's not good at all. Because if we continue to dwell in the past mentally, we can never go forward, right? We can never really take control because we feel like the only things that are going to happen are the things that happened in the past, right? I'm only holding judgment towards what may happen in the future based off my past experiences because that's what happened, right? Because I had no control over my life. But you can't live like that. You really can't. Because when you live like that, you're blocking all sorts of wonderful blessings in your life. All sorts of amazing experiences and people to experience and be with and hang out with and do things with, you know? Missing all these wonderful opportunities because of what shitty people did to you in the past, right? What terrible, awful beings, or hurt people, because hurt people did to you because they were hurting or because they wanted to, right? It's not fair at all. Not fair at all. But I am telling you right now, you don't have to live in the past in your mind. You don't have to judge every new possible occurrence as, oh, only this is going to happen, or only that's going to happen. Because, right, sure, right, we all have a spiritual path to walk, and we can only walk that path alone, right? Because your spiritual path is your path to walk and no one else's. Absolutely right. But at the same time, you don't have to predetermine or predestine yourself to a path of misery or a path that you feel doesn't vibe with you or is against your best interest, but you believe that this is the only thing that can happen. You can't. You shouldn't. Because yeah, you can do anything you want to do. But once again, I heard from this one lady, right? Maybe sure, right? You have a path that you're walking, maybe there is a path already set for you, right? But if you make one small decision, right? One small choice, it can utterly and completely change your life for the better. Change your path completely beyond whatever it was you previously thought it was going to. And then now, you're not even walking that same path, right? Now you're on a completely different path because of that one change, that one experience, that one happening, you know? And for me, you know, it took me a while to realize that I didn't have to keep living this kind of faded, or oh, it only goes this way, or it can only go that way type of idea or mentality. It was hard for me in my mind. You know what the other thing was? I was working against myself because of all the different people who told me I couldn't do this, who said I could only do that, right? All of these people who made it hard for me in my life for me to simply be able to enjoy my own life and my own being, right? Right, because truthfully, all these people that do these terrible things to other people or to you, the only thing that they're really doing is trying to stop you from having a decent life, right? To stop you from being able to get up in the morning with excellence on your mind, with happiness in your heart, with joy in your being, right? To where you can't even make some decisions that will benefit you because you're mentally traumatized and messed up because of what they did to you, what they said to you. Shoot, probably can barely think straight. I know it was hard for me to think straight for the longest while in my life, and I was lagging and dragging and falling behind because of it. Only to come to realize, right, I'm doing it to myself. That one hurts a lot, right? After all the shit that these people done did to me, right, I'm only doing it to myself? What? But they did this and that, right? But they're gone. They're not here anymore. They're not here. You're here. You're here now, right? Think about it. You're here right now moping and sad and hurt and still feeling hurt and in pain because of things that happened years ago or in the past, right? But it's still so stuck with you that you can't seem to let it loose and just be like, fuck that shit, you know? Right? And for the longest time, that's how I was. I'm just so stuck in this mental fog, this strain and stress. Note that I was only doing it to myself, and all of this pain and hindrance and getting mad at each and every little tiny thing, right? Because of how I was mentally programmed, because of how society wanted to program me, because of how shitty people treated me, right? All of these things I realized only made me feel like I'm the bad person, right? Like I'm the bad juju, like I'm the negative energy attracting pole, which learning about vibrations and energies, technically I was, but that's only because I was holding on to it. And then for me in particular, right, I have to do more subconscious mind things. I have to really reprogram my whole being because of how bad things were for me initially. Right? I mean, that may go for you too. Right? You may have to do some subconscious mind reprogramming, which, interesting enough, the subconscious mind is the body. And the conscious mind is the mind. Right? But the thing is, right, you can choose to hold on to all of these things, right? It's only going to slow you down. It's only going to hinder you. It's only going to make you feel like you're not worth it. You're not worthy. Because you keep holding on to these things, right? For the longest time, I could not even accept that I was a decent person. Because of how things had happened to me, I always thought that I was just not good. I was bad. I was terrible. And for some reason, I'm just awful. But I only kept thinking about how much I tried to help certain people, how much I tried to be kind to certain people and just move forward, right? But for some reason, I could not figure it out for myself that I, one, needed to love myself, and to let go of that shit. Just let it go, right? Because I was thinking, like, they did all of this crap to me, and I'm here suffering, and I have to sit here and take all of this crap, and I'm in pain, and this and that, right? And then I began to realize what I was doing. I was only reinforcing that idea, right? Because the more you think about that negative things, right, the more it opens your mind up to more negative thoughts, and how that thing went bad and this, that, oh yeah, and that thing went bad and this, oh yeah, that crap went terrible, right? All of these different things just keep compounding on themselves, right? But when you choose to think towards better thoughts, you know, choose to go with a better energy, right? Go with a better thought, and try and continue to compound on those thoughts constantly, right? You begin to be in a whole nother zone where your mind wants to work with you more, because you're choosing to be more positive and in a higher vibration over steaming and stewing in the negativity that, yeah, some shitty people have brought you and put you in, right? I'm not discounting the fact that there's scumbags out there who have done things to you. I've had my fair share of that shit. I don't want none of that no more, right? But like I was saying earlier, right, these are things in the past hindering me from moving forward. And because of those things in the past that I kept holding on to and compounding and thinking that this is how it has to go, right? I'm stopping myself from, one, being in the present, from being in the moment, the now, where I get to decide right now, to do anything, to choose to do anything I would like to do, right? Be it, I don't know, right? Pick up the air freshener, wear the earmuffs. Oh well, I ain't about to wear the earmuffs, but right, use the calculator, like, I don't know, simple stuff at first, right? Into things like me creating what I want in the world, me getting what I would like to have, after I see so many other people get what they want and want to have, right? Why can't I do that? Oh wait, I can do that, right? Because I choose to think I can do this, I can have this, I believe I deserve to have these things, right? Just some certain thoughts to really think to yourself, right? When people want you to feel like crap or treat you a certain way, right? Or those people in the past that did those things to you, right? At this point, right, I'm at peace with all of the things that have happened in my past. I am. Now, every once in a while, I'll start to think of something a little bit, but since I'm at peace, right, it just kind of comes as a little bit more towards a neutral thought, right? A little bit more as a neutral thought, rather than like so much energy and emotion behind it. Because I was able to accept what happened, realize this is where I am because of it, and realize that I have the choice to make to move forward or move backward or stay with it, right? And personally, I'm tired of feeling like crap. I'm tired of believing that for some reason I can't have what I want, right? I'm tired of it, right? Seeing so many people get what they want, right? If they can do it, I can do it too, right? Like Prince said, I'm not better than anyone else. I just choose to go and do what I wish. Now, I don't know if the rest of that was true, but the first part was, as far as the quote goes. But, right, just believing that you can take control over your own life. Oh! Pyramid life. Oh, put it down. Okay. Alright. But, right, choosing to believe that I have control took me a while to build myself up to think that I have control. And I believe I do, right? I get to decide what I want to wear, what I want to put up on the walls, what I want to pick up or put down, right? Small stuff at first. Well, then you can move on to the larger things. Then you can move forward into creating your own destiny, right? Being able to have control over your life. You don't have to walk down a path of fate. Because another thing I used to think interesting, just kind of food for thought, was that technically your destiny is a fate that you choose. Wordplay, it's all in the wording. But right? Kind of makes sense, right? But instead of just having things not go your way or believing that there is no change, right? Or you can't change, or people can't change, all you have to do is try, right? Just try it. Or really do it, right? Do it. Don't try it, do, right? Some people say that, don't try, do. Well, that's hot. Pyramid's hot. But I mean, pretty much, right? Have an open mind. That's one thing that a lot of people don't necessarily have anymore. Is an open mind. Because you know how a lot of people have acted and been around you and do these things, right? They just close you off and think, it's all the same, a whole bunch of crap. But it doesn't have to be, right? Because the thing is, they're all influencing your mind power. They're influencing your thoughts, right? And everything started with a thought before it was created into reality, right? Like this calculator. Right, like this calculator. This was a thought in somebody's mind before it came like this. Before it's actually here, right? Now, plus or minus how it looks, maybe how it operates, but the idea in general, it came from the mind, right? And now I have the access to add, multiply, subtract, divide numbers through a physical device in order to help me do math problems quicker, utilize numbers quicker, right? Rather than having to think through the whole process of it. But it's good to do mental math too. Yeah. But right, each and everything that you see started with a thought. Started with a thought. Before it became into reality. Yeah, don't mind me, I just have a random mix of things here on my little table. But just, just to show you, right? If you have a dream for your life, right? You owe it to yourself to go forward with it, right? I think so. That's what I think about me. After all the crap I done been through, as many people as I helped and trusted, and they betrayed my trust and took a shit all over my help, and all of these different things. But I mean, right? And yet they've moved on with their life too, right? All of these mistrustful people doing these terrible things and all the crap that happened to me, they moved on with their life. Now, whether or not they're in a better position or whatnot, whatever, right? Because they're making their own choices. But the thing is, they've moved on from what it is they've done, right? But I'm here, right? Still trying to figure out what to do and how to feel. And if those people who do scumbaggy things and mistrust and mislead and all this other crap can move on with their lives, shoot, why can't I? If I was the one who was the victim in certain situations, right? Maybe I was a victim in that situation, but I refuse to stay a victim currently, right? Within the now of my life, after all that shit is past. So, I say all of this stuff to say, believe in yourself. Believe that you can take control of your own destiny. Right? Sometimes you may have to fight for it. I guess it just is what it is. Once again, utilize your mind. Utilize your mind more than anything else. This is the most powerful tool you have at your disposal. This thing right here. Within your skull that sits in there and doesn't actually ever see or touch daylight. Right, your mind. Yeah, your mind. But, that's about all. That's about all I wanted to say for this one, Take control of your destiny one step at a time. From small things to big things. One step at a time. That's all I got. As always, lead yourself to your greatest victory. And peace.